Wait a minute, what am I doing? Two men and a what? Two friends from film school, one who graduated, one who did, and they decided to make a podcast. Okay, this has never been done before, right? Okay. This is Matthew and Harrison's Two Men in a Movie. It's not what it sounds like.
If you support the LGBTQ plus community, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a flag for that already.
Sure, yes.
The rainbow.
Yeah.
But I assume this exists so you can show that you're an ally without the horrible mistake being made that you might be gay.
I'm fairly certain that is the purpose of it.
I was talking about it in the forums, and someone said, well, to be fair, there are like some straight coded characters in Warhammer, and it would be nice to have confirmation, so good for them, because everyone's really gay coded. One of the earliest books is two lesbians who are so horny for each other it psychically protects them on a tomb world.
Nice.
I was like, holy. And it's like every flag that's come out after since they hit the main ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ugly.
Sure. Most of them, yeah.
Yeah, like as soon as you hit everything that's like LGBT, I guess you don't need the Q. That encompasses it all.
Yeah.
Like they're all like, let's do weird shapes and stripes and make it weird. I'm like, this is just an ugly. Like there's a flag for a county, I want to say in Zimbabwe, that looks like it was drawn in paint. And
Sure.
it's a tree on a hill with a river, and it's really bad. That is put that in the Louvre compared to these flags. They're so hideous. And like half the time I'm going to Google what is this flag, and it's going to make me think less of you because it's like straight people who support trans people more than other people. They're just bad. Straight people don't need a flag.
Yeah. Yes. There's no argument here. I didn't know if you wanted a debate, but
No,
same team.
Just looking for feedback. Like if you show up to like a pride event and you're like, I brought my straight ally flag, you should be hate crimed. Like you should have to have your own Stonewall moment because of how much hate you're getting.
Hazed, definitely. I don't know if full on hate crimed, but you should definitely.
You should be dragged through the streets.
You should be hazed and mocked and
It's so bad.
Just as a non-straight, but as like a straight presenting ally person, I'll just fly the gay one
Or your favorite group.
or yeah, absolutely.
No, and I like how it's specific. It's not even an ally flag, which I'd find slightly less like enraging. It's a straight ally. Like
Yeah,
they have to make sure that they're straight. It's like
I think because if you're not straight, then you fall under any of the other flags.
yeah, but if you just have an ally flag, I'm going to assume you're a dumb straight person who's like, I can't use the gay flag because I'm straight. I'll use the ally flag. But if you're using like a straight ally flag, there's a whole wiki of these like flags, and they're really bad. Reminds me of when my hairstylist said, she's like, I'm not woke enough for this. I'm talking about polyamory.
So, okay. When I look up the ally flag, all I'm seeing is the A. Is there like an ally, not the A flag?
I don't think so.
Okay. Because if you don't fall under, first, I don't know if ally needs its own flag. Just fly any of the whatever. But if you want to have your own identity, that's fine. But yeah, it's because if you aren't straight and you are an ally, it's assumed you're going to fly the flag of your chosen sexuality.
Is there a wiki for this?
Or gender identity.
I'm going straight to the LGBTQIA plus wiki. There's a twink flag.
That doesn't shock me. That's fun though. That's funny.
There's a straight queer flag.
What? What is straight queer?
Here, I'll let you know. Let me take a look. Is someone who's primarily heterosexual, but also identifies with queerness and some other aspect of their sexuality.
So, queer.
I'll be honest, having been on this wiki before, I'm not sure how respected this wiki is in queer communities, and I haven't had a chance to ask.
Yeah, someone who is primarily heterosexual in their sexual orientation, but also identifies with queerness and some other aspect of their sexuality, their gender, or both. So if you identify with queerness, Okay, I'm not trying to be obtuse.
I know I'm ready to be obtuse. Gynosexual.
Yeah, that just means you're attracted to vagina.
It means you're attracted to women, females, or femininity.
Yeah.
I feel like you just slot into another category.
Well, it's
that why we
the
have
reason
pan?
I know gynosexual is fucking. Do you remember Onision from the bad days of the internet?
Yeah.
His husband is a trans man, but he desperately wanted to be straight, and so he identifies as a gynosexual.
As opposed to achilion, which refers to a man or a man-aligned individual who's attracted to other men and man-aligned people. Isn't that just gay?
Correct me, I could be wrong. I truly, gynosexual generally is like, it is femininity, but it is often the biological aspect of femininity. So I would assume.
How do you feel about sets? This could be an S. This could be a hetero or a heterosexual, which refers to sexual attraction to non-binary or potentially binary trans people exclusively. Sounds like a fetish.
That sounds like a fetish.
Sounds like a fetish to
That
me.
doesn't.
There's sapphic, which is a woman of any sexual orientation who's attracted to women.
Is that I thought that was just like a literary genre. Is that
It is.
a thing
Well,
of,
sapphic is just like anything that's lesbians refer to as sapphic.
Yeah.
Is a sappos.
yes.
We got diamoric, which is attractions experienced by non-binary individuals that cannot be described as same gender. That just sounds like a case-by-case basis. I don't know if you need a flag for it. Pomosexual. You really like that movie. Homosexuality challenges assumptions held within and about the LGBT plus community. So, sorry, Pomo's short for postmodern. Sorry, I missed that completely. Is intended to react against these assumptions in the same way that the art world postmodernism has a reaction against modernism.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but we're moving on to gender fuck.
What? It's just,
Can describe a gender identity where gendered expectations are deliberately played with to combine gender-specific signals
yeah.
as a flag. A weird one.
Okay.
What the fuck's this?
That rules.
I
It's
mean,
like
it rules, but it looks like it's a sci-fi flag.
I was like, it looks like a seashell. That rules.
You know, sometimes I think that a lot of the pushback is against like queerness is because on a day-to-day basis, possibly the only time they've ever met a queer person is at like a protest or something.
Sure.
Where they've run into like a 20 or younger year old gay person.
Yes.
Who's getting really into the theory and not the praxis. Like that part where you're like, I'm gay, so I have to do all the reading, and then you're like getting really niche and descriptive until you hit like 25 and you're like, yeah, I'm just queer.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you've never met a gay person because you spent your entire life growing corn
Sure.
and you've never left your farm because it's so big, and then you go into the city because you need a lug nut for your tractor, and someone comes up to you and says, I'm homosexual, I understand. I get it.
Here's the thing.
If I had the vague notion of gay people and then I met someone and they said I'm postmodern sexual, I would be radicalized.
I have a concept of gay people. I'm a little bit. I get it.
It's like, and I know it's like such a niche thing.
It's for people.
It's for people. It's only Andy Warhol.
It is. It's Andy Warhol, David Bowie, and whoever they were fucking at the time.
I just feel like we hit a point where like people got really into labels and like
Yeah.
everything. I don't think that's been good for us.
No. I like genderfuck as a label, and I knew what genderfuck was. I didn't know I had a flag.
Sounds more like a vibe.
Genderfuck is just like
It doesn't describe a sexuality.
no, but it is like a gender orientation, like in, you know what's the word I'm looking, identity. It does feel like a gender identity.
Yeah.
Like it literally feels like fuck gender. And like I like that shit.
That just sounds like you're a non-binary with a tude.
Yeah, or you're young and experimenting with shit. Like
It feels-
or you're older and
It feels like it should be in the same category as like punk.
Yes, it does.
Like I'm a gender
100%.
Hey, I'm a punk lesbian. Hey, I'm a genderfuck lesbian. You know, like it sounds like it should have like a music genre attached to it.
Listen, it rules.
I think we have to blame flag make. I'm sure there's one company out there. It's like how Hallmark pushes all these stupid fucking holidays so they can pump out cards. There's someone out there making a lot of flags.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, fuck, we messed up this one. This one's weird. And then they just find like some impressionable young queer folk and they're like, it sounds like you're this. And they're like, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, here's a flag for it.
Also, I'm a curmudgeonly old man.
Yeah, I was about to say, maybe we just understand that we are old-fashioned, millennial, on the edge of millennial queers.
Yeah.
Where there's like 5 labels, and if you feel outside that, you just kind of tell the person, like, this is how I feel. And we go, okay.
I'm going to be radically open and honest with you.
Yeah.
I still, at this point, don't understand the difference between bi and pan. I know it's 2 versus all, but I feel like there's so much overlap that pansexual just had like.
I think just
envelops both
pansexual
of
is like a
them.
bigger category that includes bi.
Okay, so it's so on the family tree, it's like.
Yeah, because like pan would include like various flavors of non-binary.
But you would
surely.
think that bisexual would be the bigger branch because
It's only 2.
It's in the name.
It's 2.
Sure, but it's like it's not LGBT. It's,
I think you're pan. I think you're bi if you're really horny for the gender binary,
sure.
and if you're horny for things outside of that, you become pan. So if you're like, it's really fucking hot, specifically non-binary people, then you're like pan.
But is okay. But if specifically non-binary people, is that not a fetish? Like I don't. I identify as generally queer, straight presenting, but like generally queer. If I had to dig deeper, it would be pan, just because I don't care. Like my thing is like. Dudes can be hot, non-binary people can be hot, women can be hot. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I just don't get. Like, I guess just I don't get it.
You might be pan. If you think everyone can be hot, that's pan. See me, I say pick a fucking lane, M or F. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like,
Thank
pick
you.
a fucking lane.
Thank you.
I support all people's right to transition as long as they choose one of the binary. Yeah, I think like pan's more for the. I think binary is more like a traditional. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure like bisexual is like more of the traditional.
So, in my head,
It's like how there's like gay people who aren't attracted to like non-binary people. Like some people just
sure.
some people need a gender latch on to.
Sure, sure. I don't get that, but sure. In my head, I think it was like bisexual was the word that came first, and then as like more as much as we were talking about praxis, like as more theory was developed, like it expanded, and rather than update the term, everyone knew the term.
Well, I think they had
And
a pan
so-
because like they started being the stronger identifying with like things outside of the binary. Because like early on in the queer movement, it wasn't like I'm not saying it didn't exist, but like it wasn't as well defined in the community, like concepts of like non-binary and like third genders.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I think we're just old curmudgeon-y men. It's like how me and my hairdresser were discussing, because she's like, I don't know, maybe I'm just not woke, maybe I'm old. I don't get polyamory. I don't get it. I'm like, see, I can get an open relationship. I don't understand the polyamory. Like I can conceptualize it. I'm fine with it.
So you can understand like a 2-person unit that expands where each or one person dates whatever.
Yeah, because sex is cheap. I can understand that.
Yeah, sure. I can understand that concept. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the idea of like
You can have a friendly fuck. Yeah.
sure, but like a unit, like a unit of 3 or more people.
Yeah.
Do you think it just becomes too complicated at that point, or
I mean, it always becomes too complicated. I'm sure they exist. Don't cancel me. I'm sure they exist. I've yet to see a polycule that I could describe as stable. If I was a chemist working with my molecules and I saw any polycule I've ever seen in my life, I'd be like, oh no, pull the lab button that shuts down the lab. This is going to blow up because it's bad. Like, I've never seen a stable polycule in my life. Every polycule I've met is either on the verge of collapsing or collapsing.
in my real personal life, yes, I've never seen it work. I know like nerdy queer celebrities who are in polycules.
Yeah.
I have that from the outside seem semi-healthy. Like, but the way that when they talk about it, it's constant communication.
I think a lot of it's because you don't see as much like everyone in the polycule is dating everyone in the polycule. I think that would be a stable unit.
Like, is that kitchen sink
Yeah.
or kitchen table or whatever the okay?
But if I was married to you and you were married to Brandon and Brandon was married to me,
Yes,
stable.
sure.
Everyone is involved in this. Really, every polycule I see though there's like the two center people,
Yes.
let's say, and then they're dating other people.
Yes.
And that does not seem to work. I think everyone needs to be all hands on deck. Everyone has an attachment to everyone to hold it together.
From the limited experience that I have seen in my life, I agree with you. I think you need...
Because it needs to be that constant communication between everyone.
Yeah. You basically
I
need
think having that
8-way monogamy.
Yeah, and like you're not
Like,
you're
like,
not
in
gonna
that,
get
like...
you're not like so often these people fall into like jealousy or like crazy shit happening, crazy drama. And I'm not gonna be jealous of you fucking Brandon if I'm also fucking Brandon.
Right.
And Brandon's also fucking you, and I'm because we're all fucking.
Right.
It's
autogamy.
Yeah. So I think that's stable, but like an open relationship, sex is cheap. You have a friendly fucking, it means nothing.
Yeah, sure.
You just everyone has to be on like the same page.
Yeah.
And me and my hairdresser are like, yes, this makes sense.
Yeah, I could never be in one, but I can conceptualize, and that makes perfect sense.
I could probably be in a relationship with two people who are also fucking. I think I could do that. I could do like the structured carbon molecule stability structure we describe. I can't do this free form.
Like a throuple?
Like a throuple. I could do like I guess I'm saying like a throuple or quadruple or whatever. That's polyamory. That's polyamory.
Yeah.
I can do like that. I can do where there's an upple in it.
Okay.
I can do the solid,
Yeah,
strong
where everyone is connected.
Yeah, I can't do a free based polyamory where everything's just kind of floating around.
Yeah. Where like you and Brandon are married and you and I are married, but I'm also married to Geneva, who's not in with either of you, who Geneva's married to, her coworker.
Yeah, I'd be sitting here like sharpening a knife, muttering about Geneva. I'd be furious. It would drive me insane.
Yes, everyone together as one
because I know like
cohesive unit.
As a monogamous, I've been accused of jealousy, but like if everyone's in on it, there's not the jealousy.
Yeah, as long as it's like
everyone's communicative
yeah.
and it's a community, and there's like we're a unit. But
so I think you want
there's a unit
like a
with,
sex cult.
Like their little moon over there, right?
Yeah.
We all need to be rotating around each other. We need to be a 3-body problem. We can't have a little moon floating around over there.
Yeah, I think you want like a commune sex cult.
That's very derogatory towards the polyamorous community. It's really bigoted.
No, I think
anyone that's in a any thruple's a sex cult. Wow, oof.
That's not what I'm saying.
Welcome to the Two Men in a Movie podcast.
Fuck you.
Where
You
each week, one man shows another man a movie he can't believe he hasn't already seen. As always, I'm your proudly queer and supportive of all gender identities host, Matthew Olnichek. Joined as always by my proudly queer and supportive of all gender identities except those sex cultists known as polyamorists, Harrison Poole, who's also my co-host and co-husband, which itself is a form of polyamory. How you doing, you little bigot?
I'm very annoyed at you right now. That was very funny. The bit was good. I walked right into it, but I
was like a lion fucking stalking you from the bush. And you went down to drink that water. You thought you was safe, boy.
Oh, that was very good. I'm doing okay. How are you?
Great. If we had a big fan base, they'd just do like, you know, those aura edits. They'd do like the opposite of that for you in that moment. We're just pictures of you, and it's like womp womp womp, womp, like sad music, or they put circus music just to taunt you. Doing good. I was in a forum argument earlier with someone online about whether or not I have empathy.
Okay.
I was on the side of I don't have empathy.
Sure.
He was insisting I must have empathy.
Why?
This was a video game thread.
Okay.
Because we were arguing about the end of a game.
Sure.
Trying to keep this kind of open for spoilers. And as part of my argument, I said, if I had the choice between blowing Paris up or saving my wife, I'd blow Paris up. He's like, no, you wouldn't. And normally I let that slide, but he was already on pretty thin ice because he said, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. And then he quoted himself from an earlier thing. And like being like, you're wrong, source, me, was insane.
That's not how an argument works.
No. He's like, oh, we shouldn't have to start everything with my honest opinion. Like, shut the fuck up. So like I was like, don't fucking tell me what I am or what I feel, dude. Like I'm not trying to start a fight. Do not fucking tell me what I would do. What the fuck? He's like, you have to be some sort of psychopath or have a similar condition.
I'm diagnosed, baby.
Yeah. I'm like, don't fucking come to me Tell me what my diagnoses are. It's a heated thread. At one point, and we're all surprised they didn't get a 3-day ban for this, but someone said your wife deserves better
To the guy?
to another guy. Another guy's like, if my wife was having a hard time, blah, 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 and someone just replied, your wife deserves better.
Oh my gosh.
It's nuts. It might be my favorite thread in Something Awful right now. Because everyone just at each other's throats constantly, and it's constantly degrading to very personal attacks. Like someone was like, you've obviously never truly loved anyone in your life, or you understand what I'm saying. You don't truly care for your family, friends, or significant other.
Jesus.
And then we all dogpile on one guy because they're like, actually, I think that the game's bending over backwards to portray this person as not toxic masculinity because all the identifiers say that he should be toxic masculine. I'm like, but he's not. That's how it doesn't matter how what you're seeing as identifiers. That's not the character because he's wrote to be that way. They're not bending over backwards. It's like I'm bending over backwards to make Gandalf seem like an old man. No, that's what he is. That's his character.
So, okay. So the character is toxically
No.
masculine or is not? Okay.
He's not. But he's the father of a family. He's the patriarch of a family. And so they're bending over backwards not to make him toxic. And they keep saying he's constantly invalidating the opinions of women. And it's like, all he's doing is trying to stop these two women from killing each other. This is a drug metaphor right now. And he's trying to do an intervention. And you're like, he shouldn't be allowed to do that. Also, very important, we have to bring up every 3 pages because everyone forgets, he went through this addiction and his wife got him out. And so he's just doing what she did. He's like, he totally disrespects his wife. He's literally just doing what she told him to do in this situation. It's just against her this time.
Okay.
He's never doing anything his wife didn't tell him to. If
Sure.
anything, he's the biggest wife guy.
Yeah, this doesn't sound, again, I don't play video games, does not sound toxically masculine.
No, he's not. But it's a very heated debate thread that has 40 posts a day, and half of them are just vicious insults at each other.
So they think that the writers wanted to write him toxic, but didn't?
No, so I'm going to say the entire argument again.
Yeah,
Be sure
yeah.
to listen.
Okay.
They're bending over backwards to make him not toxic masculine because all the identity identifiers mark him as toxic masculine.
Okay.
And everyone's like, what are you talking about? The writer can't, maybe if you're doing a sequel, you have to bend over backwards to justify something. If you're building the character, you're not bending over backwards at any point because the character's whatever you say it is. Because that's how character work works.
Yeah.
They're bending over backwards to make Paul Atreides a twink. No, that's just how he's cast. There's nothing here. Or all the identity modifiers say he should be a Chad alpha male. He's not. That's not the character. You fucking idiot. The only thing we agree is that the sister in the family is a fucking war criminal and she rocks.
Okay.
That's the only thing everyone agrees on is that this character is the worst, is a war criminal, and she rocks. Every time someone brings up she's a war criminal, everyone goes, she rocks, she's great, she's great. So, very vicious. Such is the world of video games.
I'm not on video game anything online, but movie threads and movie TikTok get
It's the
real
exact
annoying.
same. Any game that's very story heavy, it's the exact same way. You're gonna get the Cyberpunk thread. We've been in a 5-day argument about one of the endings.
Yeah. So basically, on movie on the online sphere is if Sinners is not your favorite movie of the year, you're racist.
Yeah, I'm sticking to that. I like that.
I like that in theory.
What are the other Oscar contenders?
One Battle After Another, Marty Supreme, Hamnet.
Okay, I'm gonna go back on that because One Battle After Another has a lot of non-white perspective, and honestly, the non-white people are the only people who do anything in that movie. So I'm gonna walk back on that. I'm gonna say if you didn't like Sinners, you're racist.
Yeah, almost sure. I'm willing to
I'm not
go
willing to
that
hear
far.
any other argument you make. If you don't like Sinners, you're fucking racist. Sorry.
I don't even know if you're racist. You're sus. You're on thin ice. You have to give me cited sources of a college master's thesis.
Because every person
dissertation.
that's told me they didn't like Sinners as much, they didn't say they hate it, but they didn't like it, was they're like, It's just too much going on and it gets too complicated. And I'm like, that's not true. So you must be kind of racist.
It's very simple to follow.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't know. I'm fighting a lot of wars right now. I'm fighting this war in the thread. I'm fighting a cyberpunk war. I'm fighting the Sinners war. I'm about to start my war on streaming media. I've decided I'll only watch shows when they're on Blu-ray. I'm not.
Oh, sure.
I'm not signing up for streaming anymore.
Okay, I wanna be on board with that. I've gone way less on streaming and started using my public library way more.
I'm like, fuck, everything's gonna come on Blu-ray eventually.
Yeah.
I know, like, some Star Wars shows are on Blu-ray for like a day. I'll just have to jump on that. Andor season 2 is really hard to find, and I think it's because it's very political. But thanks to I was telling you earlier, the magic of eBay.
Yep.
I managed to get a 2-part set, and as you can see, my entire series of Game of Thrones came in.
Yep.
So I'm gonna It's gonna take me if each Sunday I spend 10 hours watching Blu-rays, it will take me 2 months. So I'm gonna get through that.
eBay is how I got my copy of Martin, which is George Romero's vampire movie that has not been available in print in the U.S. for like 30 years.
Like I couldn't find Legion, which was a show I've wanted to watch anywhere, and it's on Blu-ray, it's on Blu-ray on. There's like 20 different collections you can buy on eBay. Because I assume some people just buy a bunch of them, sit on them, raise it by $10.
Yeah. eBay is how I got Spaced.
That's
Edgar
easy.
Wright's first TV show.
Because I was saying, I thought they'd be like really expensive, but I think there's a lot of people out there who like, I can still just make a fucking profit if I just wait till it's discontinued and raise it by like $10.
Raised by $10, you pay for shipping, and like I've made a little bit of money.
There's a little bit of investment I got going on.
Yeah.
Because I'm always spending like, I'll buy 10 of these popular shows for like $20 each, $200, sit on it for a couple of years, make everything back. It's like a bank account, a savings account. But now I have a lot of Blu-rays. I'm gonna have I'm gonna get a big Blu-ray collection.
Yeah.
And then all the women are gonna want to fuck me because they're gonna be like, wow, you have so much cool physical media.
I will say,
you'll fuck me if I have
as a man who does have a fair bit of physical media, it is a conversation starter. I'm not saying
that bookshelf there. I'm just gonna fill that with fucking Blu-rays.
I'm not saying that it is any of the things that led to my relationship.
But Geneva came over to your place for the first time. And she's like, oh wow, is that 120 copies of School of Rock?
No, but every once in a while she will come in my room when I am there, and we will decide what we're gonna watch, and she admires the collection.
We used to be a country where people had box sets of television shows,
Yes.
and that's what I'm trying to bring back. That's what we've lost as a country. Whatever happened to having box sets of your favorite television shows?
I mean, streaming.
They should have learned when they took off the Netflix. Everyone's like, oh, it's gone. It's like, you should have got the box set.
Yeah.
Because streaming's just constantly going to get rid of all the things you want to watch. And like I got EFIS on Blu-ray because I can't fucking find that anywhere, really.
It's on Mubi.
So I had to pay for Mubi.
Yes, my brother and I split it. So
It's a subscription?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be 10 feet in the ground before like a invoice comes to my bank that says Mubi. There's too many. There's too fucking many things. If there was like one streaming service, sure.
In the beginning, it's cable now. It is
it's
cable.
ridiculous. And there's no satellite option.
The library. It's the free streaming service from the library.
Because we just got, it's just physical media.
Yes, the answer is
because we had this with cable, where cable got way too ridiculous, so they invented satellites, so you could just pay one subscription and have like 10,000 channels.
Also, have you heard the issue that some fans are having with The Pit season 2?
No.
So they're doing this thing. They're releasing one episode a week, and people are up in arms.
Yeah, people hate that.
They're not. What? No, that was awesome. That led to discussion.
I liked Andor season 1 better because they released an episode a week.
Yeah,
or they might have released like 2, but like Andor compared to Ahsoka, which released all at once or whatever, or big batches. Like I like when a show releases once a week because less of a time commitment.
Yep,
and then. That's the water cooler talk.
Yes, I unfortunately never grew up in a actual around the water cooler. Like streaming had taken over by that point. But when I was in middle school and high school, like especially in high school, and my friends and I were like getting into like storytelling and shit, we would watch Breaking Bad, as Breaking Bad was airing, or like as The Walking Dead was airing,
it's ruined
or
people.
Weirdly, my friend group was How I Met Your Mother, but like. as these sitcoms and shows were airing like every week, and they aired on Sunday, or they aired on, they would air on different days.
Yeah.
And so like throughout the week we had stuff to talk about.
Like me and my mom, like I want to say it was Friday night, we'd watch Doctor Who.
Yeah.
They released the episode. And then we watch Graham Norton. But no, people are bush-brained. It's like how like they're like, oh, we have to repeat things in Netflix shows because people aren't paying attention. Or like there's like I think Matt Damon was talking about how there's an issue where people just aren't paying attention to these things.
His new movie with Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
It was specifically made for background watchers. Like they did a montage where they just said like the drop, we got to get this drop, we got to get all this money from this drop, and so many times, because it's designed that you're on your know that you're on your phone barely checking in every once in a while, and it's
just watch.
It's dumbed down. It's and I'm not saying that airing all of the season at once is dumbed down, but that specifically is a dumbing down of the audience and a disrespect to the audience.
Yeah, no, it's people just can't watch media.
And also, if you want to binge the whole season at once, just wait 3 months.
Yeah.
And then watch it all at once. I don't know why you would want to do that. I mean, I get the appeal of binging, but like, I don't know. The idea of if a show was not made specifically for binging, like, I feel like in many ways, Arrested Development, the first 3 seasons, is hindered by the way that TV was made at the time. And that is a show that would have those first 3 seasons thrived in binging. They ended up making 2 seasons on Netflix that were a mess. But what I consider actual Arrested Development, where like there are jokes told in episode 1 that pay off in episode 8.
Yeah.
But by the time so much has happened in between that it's been 2 months and you forget. But that is a show that was like, even though binging hadn't existed as a concept like in streaming, it was a show made for box sets.
Yeah.
Lost is a little bit of the same way. Not in totality.
I'm
Lost is
excited
like a weird...
to see how Game of Thrones holds up watching a season a week. I'm gonna lay on this couch with like a straw connected to nutrient slurry and a bottle over my dick, and I'm just gonna be watching like 10 straight hours a Sunday. It's still gonna take me 2 months.
I don't know, man. It's frustrating. And all these different streaming services have like one show that you watch.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I use Disney Plus for Red because it was the only one that Red was on. I haven't touched Disney Plus in like 6 months.
Yeah, because I would always like start up a subscription because they'd like release a show I want to watch like once a year.
Yeah.
Like they're like, here's the new Andor. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because it was on Hulu and they merged, and like I have not touched Disney Plus or Hulu in like 6 months except to watch this movie.
And it's such a nightmare just to find which thing it's on.
Yeah, because my library just happened to have a faulty disc.
You're like where the
I checked it out and it froze halfway through.
You're like, where the fuck am I watching this? I should have to Google where am I going to watch this.
I do it every time.
I know. I have to. It sucks.
Yeah.
I just go to YouTube and see if I can rent it because I'm fine with renting.
Sure.
I'm not including that in my streaming war because I just hate the idea of doing a subscription service that I'm not using most of the time.
Yes.
And in most cases, it's going to be cheaper. It's going to be cheaper for me to buy or it's the same price. Like,
sure.
I have to buy a month. If I want to watch House of the Dragon, like season 1, I'd have to buy a month of HBO Max. I don't know how much that is. It's more than $12 though. I'd rather just buy the physical media.
Yeah, agreed.
And then I have the physical media.
And if I don't like it, I'll sell it.
And then women are fucking me because I have so many Blu-rays.
If I don't like it, I'll either sell it or I'll give it to a friend. Like, and then they can enjoy it. It's an exchange of like, it's an exchange of information and a building of community.
I like being able to say, oh, you want to watch that? I have it on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I can just lend it to you.
Yep.
And you know what they say, Blu-ray disc, BRD, big radical dick.
Absolutely.
Everyone says that.
My friend Connor I have like 4 of his Blu-rays that he mailed me, and then he moved and I need to get his new address so that I can mail them back. But like I've had these discs for like a year at this point because he keeps moving. But like I'm gonna mail them back to him. Like, and then
I'm trying to think of a way
I'm gonna mail him a couple of my stuff, and he's gonna mail some more of his stuff. Like we're like building friendship. Like,
what's a term for vagina that starts with a D?
A what?
Term for vagina that starts with a D. So you can do big radical. You know, in the Game of Thrones book, he describes a woman's vagina as swampy. He's the most New Jersey man to live.
All right, this is a Reddit pocket guide for vaginal euphemisms.
Is swampy on there?
It's loading.
Oh, sorry, damp swamp is what he refers to it as.
Dead End Street. Dick sharpener.
Fuck, hang on. No, we got
doodle
it.
Sack.
We got it. Fucking big radical damp swamp. That's the term he uses in the book, so it must be real. You ever go to like a woman at the bar and you're like, hey, let me get that damp swamp? Want to get swampy? I want to feel like Shrek.
No, but if I'm ever single, I'll try that pickup line.
Do you think it'll work?
Only one way to find out. Next time you're at a bar, you should try it.
Next time someone I know goes to the gynecologist, I'm like, you going for a swamp checkup? You going to the bog, doctor?
So anyway, physical media rules. I was mocked for years for keeping the majority of my DVD collection. I have pared down a lot just because moving and I've picked the essentials that I really like that I'm going to keep with me for a while. And I gain more, I pare down, but like I have been mocked for years, nigh on a decade. For still holding on to my physical media.
By who?
Mostly my brother and a couple friends.
Wow, Ethan.
He has since changed his mind, I believe. He was a younger man who grew up in the streaming era.
He is but a boy.
He is but a boy.
He
He is Gen Z.
He's only ever suckled from the teat of the digital.
The teat of Disney Plus.
He's never tasted that delicious hard teat. That hot. I don't know what a DVD or Blu-ray is made out of, so I can't.
Of a Blu-ray box set.
Yeah, he's never suckled from the boxy set of a teat, the blocky teat box set.
He has never performed. I don't know. I was trying to come up with box set.
He's never performed Cunnilingus on a DVD.
Yeah. Okay. No, that doesn't work.
All he knows is Roblox and Fortnite. All right, so this week we're watching Clifford the Big Red Dog.
You picked the movie this
yeah,
week.
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
I'm shocked you picked this one.
Yeah, Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Yeah, what about it? We'll get why.
I watch it because what's his name's in it? The SNL guy. I'm blanking on his name. This is on me. Keenan.
Oh yeah. Keenan Thompson.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to talk about this week.
Okay.
I'll let you do the plot as you always do.
Right. So Clifford the Big Red Dog stars Bruce Willis as a retired CIA operative.
No, it stars the little girl and the CGI dog.
It was red.
Yeah, that's what I call Clifford the Big Red Dog. Did you watch a different movie?
Yes, I watched 2010's Red with Bruce Willis and Morgan Freeman and Helen Mirren.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
And Brian Cox.
I haven't seen this movie.
Okay, well.
Thought you knew.
Then you describe your movie, I'll describe my movie.
This podcast is going to be double the length. No, it's the 2010 geezer action flick, Red.
Which stands for Retired and Extremely Dangerous. Basically, Bruce Willis is a retired CIA analyst. Proper.
That's the one thing I want to get out of the way. Everyone is so many things in when they show the CIA in movies is not the CIA. They're fucking like causing revolutions and committing war crimes. Every character in this, every old character in this has committed a war crime, and you watch them commit war crimes.
The vice president had people ordered to death.
Yeah.
Back when he was just a senator's son.
Yeah, it rocks. It rocks. It's like, no, the CIA is bad.
Yeah.
That they murder people.
Listen, I liked this movie fine. I will watch it again. It doesn't do really anything to me like I had fun.
It's just a fun action movie.
It was shitty CGI. It was super fun.
It's just a fun action movie with Carl Urban along for the ride.
Yeah, I think my Letterboxd review was that sure was a movie, and it sure did have a beginning, middle, and end.
I just showed up to watch some old men do things that are nuts and
Yeah.
an old woman do things that are nuts. That's what the movie is. It's just a bunch of old men shooting guns, killing younger men. And there's also a little love story.
Yeah, there's 2 love stories going on.
I didn't even think about the main love story. I was thinking of the secondary one.
Oh, Helen Mirren and Brian Cox.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, this movie follows Bruce Willis, and he falls in love with the telemarketer with I almost said Secret Service, Social Security.
The Secret Social Service.
Yeah, the Social Security office, who keeps forgetting to send his checks.
What's your Secret Service number? What's your Social Security number? I don't know. It's a secret.
And so he keeps calling them to have an excuse to talk to this woman named Sarah. They build a relationship.
Really, by the way, showing the vast loneliness of the elderly in this country. Like, sure, there's a love story angle. Also, just a thing old people do.
Yeah.
So they just desperately want to talk to somebody.
He reads the romance novels she recommends, at least 6 of them.
That's like how I was talking to the person that said my Spectrum, and I got some hot, terrible recommendations for reality TV shows. Because she's like, do you like TV shows? I'm like, I just like MILF Manor I watched. She's like, MILF Manor's so good. And then we talked for an hour and a half just about MILF Manor.
That's awesome. So yeah, he is falling in love with a telemarketer, and then turns out the CIA is after them because back in the 80s in Guatemala, the vice president had some people killed, and they did the job, and so now they're on the list that they need to be killed because he's running for president, and they can't let this come out.
This movie's from a more hopeful time where such a thing would disqualify someone from doing the presidency.
Yeah,
We're only 2 years into Obama's reign. He hadn't yet drone strike 10 million people.
sure. No, I was gonna say, the war in the Middle East was still semi-popular. It was losing popularity, but it was still like anyway. So Bruce Willis teams up with Morgan Freeman, who was his old partner boss, who has stage 4 lung cancer and was living in an old folks home staring at nurse ass. And Helen Mirren, who's just an old lady who lives alone with her credenzas, except every once in a while she takes a freelance mission.
She's also like arguably has the best living conditions out of all of them.
Oh my god.
Like, Bruce Willis isn't bad, but one of them's in a fucking nursing home. You can't afford fucking like a nurse.
Maybe he wanted the community.
Yeah.
Maybe he wanted bodies that if shit goes down, he knew how to get away real quick. And John Malkovich, who plays a man who thought that who is also a CIA killing machine, but a man who thought that he was being under mind control for years. Turns out they were just daily dosing it with LSD,
he was just an MK Ultra victim.
which is arguably worse.
Yes, and true. Shouts out to our boy Ted Kaczynski.
Uncle Ted.
Uncle Ted, pour one out for that guy. No, it's like they're like, okay, they're like that. I think that's the best casted one. I don't know. Helen Mirren's really good, but just having Malkovich be just the completely mentally destroyed former CIA agent really worked for me.
And he's not in the movie enough to ruin it.
Yeah,
Like he's not overbearing, and the scenes he's in are like, no, this is exactly how
he has all his good moments.
Yes.
all his moments are only good. And when he does show up in other scenes, because his Malkovich moments are the wacky character beats that are interspersed well. And any other time on screen, he's just being a good CIA. Like when him and Helen Mirren are like having the firefight, and he's just supporting her effectively and efficiently.
when they're locked in the room while the tape is playing, and Morgan Freeman, and they're figuring it out. He's truly just like, so we have 2 options. We have 2 options, and we're dead in both of them.
I think that's why it's a good character for him, because it allows the Malkovich moments, but also allows just the steady, serious moments. Because it's a man who's very good at his job and just also happens to be insane. We're gonna have to watch Red 2. You know who's in Red 2?
Who?
Anthony Hopkins. Scenes.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome.
Based off a comic series, I believe.
Yes, 2000. It's a 3-issue 2003 to 2004 comic.
What a great
miniseries.
concept for a fucking series.
Just retired CIA ops. Yes,
And it works so well for a movie because you have so many older actors
Mm-hmm.
that are great. And you're like, let's just hey, Helen Mirren, do you want to kill a guy on camera? And she's like, yeah, that sounds fun.
I have not seen the Expendables, but the Expendables feels the same to me.
It has to rock for all of them. It has to
Yeah.
be so much fun to be asked to do this stuff. Like, it has to be like you're just an older actor and you're like, oh man, I'm never gonna do exciting roles anymore. And they're like, hey, do you want to
be an action star.
do you want to shoot an automatic weapon at Carl Urban?
Do you want to fake your death and then really die? And then have the pour one out for our fallen homie scene be one of the worst things. One of the most driest emotionless moments I've ever seen. It's because it's so bad that it's great. Like, none of them know how to feel.
Yeah,
And so they're just
everyone.
like, this is for Joe.
Like you said, it's not like the best. It's not the best movie ever, but everyone's giving it their A game. Everyone's every single person acting in this movie is just like, I'm bringing my fucking A game.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis, Bruce Willis, Malkovich, Carl Urban, fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Helen Mirren, killing it. Might
Brian Cox killing it, dude.
great. Everyone's so good in this.
I forgot. I saw
Catherine
him.
Zeta-Jones doing a great job.
Yeah,
Doing a great
Mary
job.
Louise Parker, fucking killing it, dude. I read Brian Cox was in the credits, and I was like, who is he going to play? And then he played the Russian ambassador, and I truly was just, is that Brian Cox?
The fucking Russian ambassador and his tender love scenes are so good.
So Helen Mirren and the Russian ambassador.
Helen Mirren's was MI6, by the
Yes.
way. She's British.
Was MI6, and she fell in love with the Russian ambassador back when he was also a Russian agent and was ordered to kill him, and so she shot him 3 times in the chest, but she missed his heart on purpose and his head on purpose so that he would live,
And-
because she loved him.
And they just have this really sweet romance.
Yeah, it really is.
And he's just kind of a bro. He's just a dude. They're all like, hey, we're on opposite sides, but whatever now. Like, my favorite scene of him, and God, possibly his biggest action scene, I think, truly where the focus is all on him, is that he comes up in an elevator, hits a detonator, gets back in the elevator, and leaves.
When they're dancing in the ballroom at the presidential announcement, he's like, tell me you love me. And she doesn't say anything. And then he saves her after she got shot and like literally swept her off her
It's
feet.
so
And
sweet.
she's like, I love you. And
It's so
I know.
sweet.
Oh, it was...
It just it's just a movie based on the premise that beware the old man in a profession where people die young.
And
And
Very
they
Lou-
ramp with it because the Malkovich the showdown scene,
Yeah.
where it's like the fucking aid.
And she has like the
rocket
nuke. Yeah.
launcher. She has a rocket launcher, and he shoots the rocket launcher with the rocket while it's in the air.
And he was faster, and because it was closer to her, it blew backwards. The Mary Louise Parker, Bruce Willis love story is stupid, and I love it.
It's so
I ate it up, baby.
It's really just a movie you can put on and feel. You might not think a movie about CIA operatives trying to kill the government before they get killed because they've committed like a horrific war crime would be a feel-good movie, but this movie really is like, it's like a bowl of warm soup.
I don't feel as strongly about this movie as you do.
It's not complex,
but it's
not doing nothing new. We can just put it on. There's sweet romance. There's fun action.
Yeah.
Carl Urban gets his ass kicked a bunch.
Bruce Willis shows Carl Urban like the true dangers of this job when he's like, your wife and children are in my eye line right now.
Yeah.
And I swear if you touch her, they're all dead.
Yeah. It's like, hey, you're just a dude and say this guy was like a Vietnam War era, like wet works guy.
Yeah. It's like, you may have 30 years on me. I have 30 years of experience on you, baby.
I also like the really old man in the vault who's like, I want to shake your hand. I want to shake your hand.
And then they realize the record skipped.
Fucking rocks.
So yeah, this movie doesn't do anything particularly. I like this movie less than I liked Deepwater Horizon, but like Deepwater Horizon, this movie doesn't like do anything spectacular outside of the.
It does everything it wants to
performances.
do well,
Yes.
and all the actors are giving it their A game.
Yeah.
It is a good movie. This is the definition of that was a good movie.
It's fine. I like that movie. I like it.
Someone's like, "Oh, I want to watch a movie." It's a movie you might recommend.
I
Do you like spy movies? Like spies movies? You should watch Red. You seen Red?
Sure. Yeah, honestly. You like old people in action movies? You should watch Red.
You should watch Red. You like Bruce Willis?
We can't have the first half of this episode be like 45 minutes and the second half be like 10. But there's not really much to talk about. Even if we go through the plot, it's simple, but it's nonsense.
It's gonna take like 5 minutes.
Yeah, so the CIA's after Willis. Willis goes to Mary Louise Parker. Mary Louise Parker doesn't like being kidnapped and being chased because she fell in love with the man on the phone. They go to see Joe first, right? And then they see Marty. Yeah.
The issue is that sometimes I'm trying to remember something, and it's from Red 2.
Okay.
The car gun scenes from this one, right? When he gets out of the car and shoots.
Yes.
Such a good scene.
So yes, when it like spins, he's just. They go to see
Willis is so
Morgan
fucking-
Freeman.
This movie reignited my like just appreciation
Yeah.
for the man that is Bruce Willis.
They find out more. So they all find out Morgan Freeman is dying of stage 4 lung cancer. So they go to see Morgan Freeman. They learn Carl Urban is working for the vice president to go after them. They don't quite know everything yet, but they know Carl Urban is after them. And I think they know the vice president is involved. They don't know how directly yet. And then they get split up. Morgan Freeman has a fake death. And then what he did, he just turned around in his swivel chair and shot
the
the guy.
audience thinks he's dead.
Right.
Unless
Unless you know how movie rules work.
because they sneak up on him and you're like, oh, he's dead. But then it's revealed, in fact, he's a CIA operative, and so he just turns around and guns them down because they weren't expecting that.
They go to see Martin, who is the MK Ultra played by John Malkovich.
He lives in a
a
weird bunker.
a trunk that's a trunk of a car.
He lives in a Fallout 4.
He lives in a swamp.
He lives in a bayou.
Yeah.
Secret thing, and there's a top one, and that's to hide from the helicopters.
Yes. Martin agrees.
And it's shown that later in the movie that he does have, in fact, a pretty photographic memory for like helicopter identification.
Because he sees the exact helicopter again. So they're on Martin. He's a part of the team. They go to the airport. He attacks the lady. They're like, Martin down. And turns out Martin was right. That lady was following him. And she has a rocket launcher.
But he has his pig.
But he has his pig.
Because he's like, we have to take this pig with me.
Yes.
And it's because it's apparently a very good way to disguise a weapon. I also love the relationship him and Bruce Willis's character have.
Yes.
Because I think it's the strongest one out of all of them.
Yeah.
And just the like how they go down there and he's like just threatening and being crazy and nuts. And Bruce Willis is like, yeah, how's it going? Yeah, I'll have some water. Thanks.
So Marty's on their team now. And he's really good at identifying helicopters, and he's really good at shooting down ladies in the airport with rocket launchers. Carl Urban, they get separated. It is now Bruce Willis and his lady love, Sarah, and Carl Urban is after them. They have an epic chase scene where at one point it does like a 360 flip where Bruce Willis just gets out of the driver's seat.
Well, it opens the door while he's driving, spins the car, gets out, and starts unloading
into the front windshield of Carl Urban's car. And then it gets back in the car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Calls the police on Carl Urban.
Yeah, he does.
No, then they go,
Yeah, Carl Urban almost gets fucking like murked by some cops because he's like, there's a man with a gun in the road, and they show up, like, no, CIA.
Yeah, then there's the hospital scene where they exit. There's the ambulance, and Joe is there. Joe's been alive the whole time, and then they go and see Helen Mirren. First they need freedom. Or they need information and freedom. And so he offers Brian Cox, the Russian ambassador, who used to be their mortal nemesis / Helen Mirren's lover. Bruce Willis offers him a favor to be.
And that will be the wheelbarrow scene.
Yeah.
Is, hey, go fight an entire army for me.
So they go get Helen Mirren, and the gang is back together. They go and talk to who they think is the main suspect because his name is also on the list. He's like the guy who funded shit, right? Yeah. He basically funded the whole Senator family operation. They're in his bunker with a record playing, and so the CIA thinking they're listening to their conversation. They're not. Now Helen Mirren and Sarah are watching as they are surrounded, and Helen Mirren is telling the story of the Russian ambassador and saying, "If you hurt my friend, I'll kill. I know how to kill people. I killed people professionally. I know how to skin you alive, put the skin on, and then kill you."
Every person you've just met can kill you a billion ways. Just everything about this movie, it invokes my favorite CIA story, which is that at one point during the Vietnam War, or maybe the Korean War. No, it's the Vietnam War. They're like, what if we try to convince them that there's vampires? So they're scared and fight less good. And so they would sneak through the jungle and grab the last person in like a chain of people walking. And they would take an ice pick, put 2 holes in the neck, hang them upside over a tarp, drain out all the blood, rush ahead to where these people are going, and just dump the body in the road. And this was a U.S. taxpayer-funded operation.
Did it work?
No, really. I mean, they were afraid. I'm not sure it accomplished anything long term.
So they go to the rich guy. Then they go to Carl Urban. Sarah is lost in the whole hullabaloo.
Yeah.
Joe dies. Joe sacrifices himself so that Malkovich and Morgan Freeman sacrifices himself so that Bruce Willis and John Malkovich can get away.
Yeah, and then she gets taken by the CIA.
Mary Louise Parker gets taken by the CIA. Helen Mirren and the Russian Brian Cox manage to escape. They go back to Helen Mirren's house where they formulate the plan. Bruce Willis is at Carl Urban's house while he's calling Carl Urban, and they trace, and Carl Urban realizes, you're in my fucking house. He's like, your wife and son and daughter I see them right now. I can tell you what color clothes they're wearing right now. Like, you get her to be untouched. And then at some point, Bruce Willis and Carl Urban have had a fight in his office.
Yeah, because he goes to the building and he's going through his stuff, and then they see each other, and they have this brutal fucking fist fight. At one point, he's like, "Oh, did this guy train you?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I trained him." And he just beats the shit out of him. Pulls a fire alarm. I think Sarah's reading a magazine upside down. I think that's the gag in that scene, is that she's pretending to read a magazine, but it's clearly upside down.
And he steals his key card so they can get out through the back.
And then they do like a switcheroo with the fireman's gear and stuff.
Yes, it was not a hospital. It was the fireman in the office. Yeah. Sorry. That's when I said hospital. Yeah. Because I mistook an ambulance for a fire truck. It happens. We've all been there. So
have we?
Yes. We all have. And so... there's this exchange in the wide open where he's trying to get Sarah, but also the hedge fund guy is trying to kill everyone. It's really stupid. No one has a good plan. Not a single person has a good plan. At one point they handcuff Bruce Willis. Carl Urban handcuffs Bruce Willis, but listening to the guy talk realizes that the American military is the bad guys.
Yeah. He goes, "Hang on," and looks at his ID badge and goes, "CIA?
I work for the villains."
Oh, no!
And so he gives Bruce Willis the key. so that he can unlock.
We completely missed the party scene, didn't we? Did we?
That's after.
It is after,
Yeah. And yeah.
It feels like such a climactic moment.
Yeah. and everyone's reunited except Joe's still dead. So Helen Mirren and John Malkovich and Brian Cox, the Russian ambassador, but separately. He didn't show up with the two of them, but they sneak into the big ballroom, and then he's also there because he's the Russian ambassador. I think he didn't have to sneak in at all.
No,
his job just let him walk through.
And then they gas the place.
And she goes through the metal detector and is like, "Oh my chain," and then uses the chain to lock the doors. And the vice president announces that he's running for president, and it's this big celebratory moment. They gas the place,
and by gas, I mean they have a little can of like the smell of natural gas.
Yeah,
and they just go, pss, pss, pss.
But it isn't like it is nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. And they're going, oh, gas leak!
Everyone freaks out and panics. It turns into a big shootout with the CIA and Helen Mirren.
In the parking garage.
In the parking garage.
At one point, Helen Mirren is, I have to stress, if no other reason to watch this movie, at one point, Helen Mirren is like shooting at cars with a minigun.
Like a turret.
Like a turret. Like not like the conception of a minigun, like in movies where you can just pick
like
up
two hands.
Like one they
to
had
the
to
ground.
and Malkovich has to like constantly feed it, and they're just blowing up cars.
And then
this movie rocks.
This movie's fun. I'm gonna up it half a star.
As you should. This movie rocks. If only for Helen Mirren. Like, let's just put Helen Mirren on a fucking minigun. Why not?
Yeah, I gave this movie 2.5 because like I liked it, but I didn't like
Seems low.
But I'm giving it 3. This movie's fun. But so Helen Mirren gets shot. While they were we already explained the "Tell Me You Love Me." Anyway, Helen Mirren gets shot. She's saved by Brian Cox,
who at this point just kind of appears in scenes and leaves them.
Yeah,
which sounds like how all characters work in scenes. I have to stress, he just shows up on the periphery of the set, does something, then leaves. He's a ghost in the walls.
He's the Russian ambassador. He has clearance.
It's just so funny. Because you're like, what's going on? Oh, there's the Russian oh, there he goes.
So they all escape. Mary Louise Parker and Bruce Willis start making out. The other 3 are like, oh, look at those lovebirds. And then credits. It's a little postcard credits. The end.
And they do 4 of the plots of the vice president.
Yeah.
We kind of skipped over that. So he is defeated.
So I assumed that when
they don't just show up to his party, make a mess, and leave.
See, I assumed the mess implied that, yeah, they did foil his plan. He didn't kill everyone on the list, and they're gonna survive.
Yeah,
that was rad. I can't stress this movie is stupid. This movie is turn your brain off. Don't think about it. But also, like, it's not so turn your brain off that it's mind numbing.
Yeah, it's meant to be. It's meant to just be a stupid action flick. It's literally just meant to be watch a bunch of old people kill younger people.
Yeah, doing
spy shit. The second movie I'll say is slightly more thinking.
Is that the one you're picking next time?
Probably. I'm right. Okay. It's not that much more, but there is slightly more of a plot.
Okay. I'm looking
slightly more. Because Anthony Hopkins is there as the antagonist, so he's more of a presence.
Also, I cannot stress, this movie is just under 2 hours long and feels like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
It flies by.
It's incredibly well paced. It's just a rip-roaring good time.
In fact, I don't know what a 90-minute cut of this movie would be.
You're just there to have fun with your old grandma and grandpa. Your old your peepaws are here to commit war crimes, and you're just here for the ride.
Yeah. All the actors bounce off each other well. It's nice to have it's nice that they're all trying to find lives out. So the theme, if there is a theme to Red, it is like, what is life after the adrenaline rush?
Yeah. Like,
after you have given up the life, like, what is the rest of your life? And it tackles that in many different ways. Some people retired because they wanted to. Some people retired because they were forced to.
It opens up with a very touching scene about the loneliness of the elderly in this country.
Yeah. in his. And Bruce Willis immediately knows, based on the flashing of the snowman out front, that the CIA is at his door.
That's what that many years of experience get you. You know.
Yeah. I'm secretly a CIA op.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't know this? You killed hundreds of children.
What's my
Harrison.
activation phrase?
I'm not saying it.
Okay.
Why would I activate you? You're not going to see any kids, so you're going to go right for me.
So anyway,
You're programmed by the CIA exclusively to kill brown children.
okay. I don't like that bit at all.
It's not great. The CIA is terrible. You're right.
So anyway,
Throughout the Middle East, you're known as the giggling man because you
Jesus.
just giggle around and kill their children.
oh no.
That's a weapon of terror.
So red. So red.
Sorry, I'm just imagining you dressed exactly as you are, doing like Dark Souls combat roles in like Baghdad, giggling the entire time. Well, people are just like, my kids! That's why this is the reason why you're so afraid of clowns, by the way.
So red. Watch it. This really is. Do you have any? Are there any specific scenes? This really
Buddy,
is going to be a 45-minute first half and a 20-minute second
Buddy,
half.
we've touched on all the scenes I like. We've hit all the scenes. The first 20 minutes was just us saying the things we liked in this movie.
The movie, Liz, I have never seen the trailer. I assume the trailer does a bang-up job describing this movie. If you watch this trailer and think to yourself, I think
We'll
I
watch
want
the
to
trailer
watch.
after we're done recording.
You know what? Let's watch it right.
Hey, let me pull it on the big screen.
Okay.
Pull it up on the big screen.
So if you watch that trailer and you think
The
I
most
wanna-
aggressive 2010 trailer of all time. Also, it made me realize seeing it again. Something I really want to point out is how well Carl Urban plays a man who's like, what the fuck's going on? Because they show the famous car scene in the trailer, and just I was like watching, I'm like, oh yeah, he does a really good job emoting. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, if you watch that trailer, you think, do I want to see this movie? You do want to see this movie. Also, I forgot just how drastic Mary Louise Parker's turn is from like, I don't want to be into this situation to it's so fucking hot that I'm in this situation. It's one scene. It truly is like
That's all it takes.
she meets John Malkovich, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is exciting.
He's a wingman. Look, at first it's like really scary, right?
Yeah.
But then you get taken down into a secret bunker by an insane man, and you're like, you know what? Now it's kind of fun. You know? If this guy's with me, here he is. What do you do if you found out that Geneva was a retired CIA agent who did operations in the Gulf War?
I would have so many questions.
What would you do?
I would be a doubting Thomas. I would have to see some proof, not of her killing abilities, because I believe that.
Yeah.
But of the Gulf War specifically.
We've seen her kill people before.
I don't
When
know.
we went to see FNAF 2, there's a bunch of, I'm going to say about 20 teenagers who left that theater. You remember the kind of like
Yeah.
the rowdy bunch? And they're like, God, that movie fucking sucked. Whoever liked it would be a stupid idiot. Poggers. And then I saw the rage in Geneva's eyes, and then what I was joking about Harrison doing was drawing on that, where she did combat roll and murder like 20 teenagers with her bare hands.
It was hot.
It was incredible. It was like it took long enough. I could pull out my phone and play Freebird, and it worked.
Okay.
It was a straight up Kingsman sequence of her just murdering people in the theater while me, Ethan, and Harrison just watched.
Yeah, I probably would still be with her. I'd probably still be with her.
What if you find out that she was in fact a little frog in a mech suit, like in Men in Black? Like her face went, and then there's like a little frog with like a Stephen Hawking's keyboard.
That would be deeply upsetting.
Would you still love her?
Probably.
Okay, good.
So
Why would it be deeply upsetting?
that I would have been lied to for half a decade of my life.
What's that? It's still Geneva.
Sure, that's a pretty big lie.
Did she ever say she wasn't a frog? Has she ever said, I'm definitely a human woman?
Almost certainly she has said something about being human. Anyway, and on that note, this episode's a mess. Do you want to do socials?
Yeah, I was gonna bring up another, but it's just various animals and
Oh
Geneva
no,
mech suits.
just no.
Yeah, if you want to send us other things that Geneva could be to see if Harrison would still love her, you can email us those at twomenmoviepodcast@gmail.com, and we'll ask him on air. See how far his love really goes. If you want to, what if she's like a puppet actually of a higher dimensional being?
That's fine.
You cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That wouldn't bother me at all.
Obviously less than the frog.
Yes.
Why?
Because it is still her like it feels more like that is her in her entirety.
See, I would argue it's less her because no part of the physical person, the higher dimensional being, is they're puppeting this thing like a marionette. The frog's in there.
Listen, we opened this talking about gender identity. A joke I try to get to work is that I'm uncomfortable with my body, not because of my gender identity, but because I'm uncomfortable having a body. Like, I want to be a brain in a jar. The closest thing that I've ever come to gender euphoria when watching something on television is the smoke monster from Lost. So like, I would be jealous. Honestly, I want to be a puppet. I don't want to have to deal with the consequences of my actions. I don't want to deal with the constant stress of what it feels.
You want to be a puppet?
I don't want to be not like you. I don't want to.
You still have okay, all right. That was a bit of not like you,
not like muppeted. I thought you said you want to be puppeted.
I said puppet. I thought you were saying you were remarking on the fact of how I move like a really expensive French marionette from the 1950s.
No. I thought you. Sorry. No, I thought you were referring to the constant ways in which you want to be muppeted. Look at my tummy. Look how good I'm taking it.
Yeah. I want them to tell me how I'm such a good boy and say that they're so proud of me and I'm doing so well. That's what that tall woman could have done to me. After she could have opened that door, said, "There you go," and then just fucking fisted me, and I'd be happy.
If she did fist you and she said, "There you go,"
it was such a dumb way. It's such a dominant way to open the door. Is to open the door for someone, then go, "There you go."
So back to
like you're a child, and they put the straw in the juice box. There you go. That was the same intonation she used with me. I'm gonna think about her till the day I die.
If you're out there, 6'5" woman who goes to Matthew's salon, reach out at his Instagram, which is
2 minutes. Sorry, I'm messing up my words because I'm thinking about big woman. Midwestern _magician.
And the show's Instagram
is 2 men and. No, just 2 Men Movie Podcast, the YouTube, where we will post the video of me being fisted like a little good boy as 2 Men and a Movie Podcast.
And we not only will we we'll turn that image into merch, which you can purchase in the show description, where it's Matthew getting fisted.
And Marvin the movie Wallace is in a cuck chair.
Yes, and then underneath, and then there's a text bubble, and it's just the woman saying, "There you go."
There you go. That's like the hottest thing anyone said to me in the last 6 months.
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Lemonade at harrisonpool.com. That's HARRISON. It's POOLEDOTCOM, harrisonpool.com. Or you can follow me on Letterboxd at HDPOOLE124. Or I'm trying to be a professional. I still haven't gotten the professional comedy email yet, but I am trying to be a professional. I own the domain to harrisonpool.com, and so I'm trying to get that shit sorted out where you can have a solid place where you can see both my podcasts and if I have shows coming up and a bunch of other stuff. I'm trying to do this, goddammit. It's not up yet. I will let you know when it is up, though. Thank you so much to Tristan Hostetter for our theme music. Thank you guys for listening. Tune in next week for the first episode of February, which I have chosen the movie Wrist Cutters: A Love Story. And Trust me, it's great.
Am I gonna like it?
I hope so. I think so. So tune in next week for that, and tune in the week after that probably for Red 2. So long and good night.
Hugs and kisses.
This is Matthew and Harrison's Two Men in a Movie. It's not what it sounds like.